won the All-Star race back in 2022, which is even more shocking to see this 12 car struggling like it is.
Yeah, I'm confused. I thought that he'd have a great shot to make the Final Four and even race for his first championship. Now, that still could happen, but this team really needs to find some speed. The Fords struggled all year long, but now we're starting to see Brad Keselowski, Buescher, some of the other Fords compete, win races. Penske has just not moved the needle net. Let's listen to some 12 radio.
My entry into 1 is getting looser. Exit's getting looser, my time's getting worse in 3 and 4. Actually, the entry is getting looser both ends. Just losing overall grip.
Yeah, I talked to Ryan Blaney this morning, and he just told me that the trouble that they've been having is that yesterday they were just super tight on entry, and he needed to free it up, but he was so loose on exit he couldn't. So he couldn't carry enough speed into the corner because it wouldn't turn. And if he tried to loosen it up so it would turn, then it couldn't, the rear tires did not stick on corner exit. And that is going to be difficult to fix. They're going to have, this team will fight all day long and they'll work hard, but they are challenged today, and the conditions are going to make it harder for them.
Alex Bowman right now scored as race leader. Almirola, Ty Dillon, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. As we continue to see drivers making their way onto pit road as it cycles through, Bubba Wallace will see if he is able to hold on.
Oh, big crash! Turn 3 and 4.
Hard hit for the 3 team.
So the wheel came off of it. You see it, or you saw it bouncing down the racetrack. There it is.
Okay.
I'm not sure that.
Unbelievable.
Look at driver's side. The damage to the driver's side of this one for Dillon, as the first caution has come out here.
Yeah, we saw the wheel tire coming down the racetrack. That's the whole wheel off the car, Steve.
Yeah, separated from the tire.
Yeah, so a bunch of things can happen. Obviously, the wheel nut
It's like the wheels broke.
had to come off or something.
We'll talk about it, obviously.
Well, there you go. So a couple things. So we see the outside of the wheel. I can't see now at the right rear hub to see if the center of the wheel is still attached to the car. But without a doubt, the majority of the wheel has come off. So it either A, was loose, and what happens when it gets loose is it can fall onto the brake caliper, which will cut the wheel like it's in a lathe, like it's in a piece of machinery. It literally cuts right through it. But there's so many things that can go wrong, but it was after the pit stop, so it's got to be pretty clear it had something to do with that. This is entering 3, guys.
Watch the car behind him, Martin Truex Jr. He's going to go up the racetrack. He sees the problem. Tire wheel comes off the car, hard into the outside wall.
And that's just such a helpless feeling for the 3 of Dillon. I mean, you can't do anything. I mean, he knew something was going on, but you can't just slow the car down and stop it. You're absolutely flying down the back straightaway.
I wasn't sure if Martin got through there clean. Looking at it from a distance from the booth here as it was happening.
It's been that kind of year for Austin Dillon and this team. They just...
Well, so the question, I think, is right here. If we freeze it, I see tire, I see wheel, and if you zoom right there, I believe that is the wheel nut. That is the evidence for you. Tight wheels don't come off. Tight wheel nuts do not come off. So very confident that this is an issue post pit stop for the 3 car. So crazy at this speed. You see all the components. You could hear the frustration. We also heard the crew chief said they would talk about it. So obviously a miscue. A good opportunity for 7 cars who had yet to come to pit road. I had mentioned some guys in the back that may try to stay out. Well, Ty Dillon, Chase Elliott. Here comes the wheel nut right there behind the car. You're going to see it come into screen. That's telestration over a moving part, Rick. That's some advanced drawing right there. I usually mess that up.
And Steve, we talk about the challenges for the drivers in this condition, but it's for everybody. And so the pit crew sits there and they sit and they sit and they wait and they wait. Car comes down pit road, and you know, obviously it's a tough job, and it's made that much tougher with these conditions.
So all of the playoff cars had serviced their vehicle except for Blaney. Now the good news for all of those cars, they're back on the lead lap just because of how many cars stayed out and where they stayed out from. Now for Ryan Blaney, who's now running in the 3rd position, it was a disastrous start. Car not driving great, but they were communicating about it. He was all the way back at 25th. Now he's running 3rd. He'll come down and get service. Now all of these cars are going to lose track position to a bunch of cars that have already pitted.
On the Ty Gibbs stop, they actually got the air hose caught on the right front side of the car. Had to go back around and unhook that to be able to finish the stop. And Buescher simply said after that stop, My bad. Sometimes that happens, right, Jeff Burton? You can stall it leaving the stall.
Yeah, you can. You don't want to make that mistake. You get by with it early in the race, but late it's going to cost you. Bubba Wallace was leading the race. He chose the inside line. That pushed Chastain to the outside.
Chastain and Kyle Busch both with good stops to give them a little better position for this restart. Buescher falling back as Michael McDowell, so strong, made the playoffs this year after winning at Indy. Wasn't able to advance to the round of 12, but definitely showing strength here at Texas early.
I bet the 14 of Briscoe on the outside. He just flew by the guys on the inside lane.
Bubba Wallace, we know back there with fresher tires when he gets up here. Just in front of him, car owner Denny Hamlin has that little bit of right side damage. We're still wondering how that will affect his car as Blaney side drafting as they go into turn 3 with Briscoe in the 14.
1.5 to the 23.
Denny's blocking just a little bit. 23 car Bubba Wallace right behind him down the front straightaway. Denny's like, man, y'all sort this out. Side by side right in front of him. And look out, stacking up everybody behind Denny. Larson to the top of Bubba Wallace.
Wallace and William Byron will also go down there out front here at Texas.
Chase slides, or Bubba slid up the racetrack into Chase there a little bit. Chase has to jump out of the gas, losing several spots in that 9 car.
Christopher Bell back there in the 4th position behind Bubba Wallace. Bell, a little wiggle there, allows Wallace to have the advantage. He's up to 3rd. One lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. William Byron. Is it going to be the driver of the 24 that gives Rick Hendrick his 300th win in the Cup Series? Down the backstretch for the final time, the winningest driver in 2023, already 5 wins, and now looking to secure a spot in the round of 8. William Byron, the 25-year-old, is going to win at Texas. He's into the round of 8.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.